Oh, hey, what's up? What's going on? Oh, we're back. We're here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. As usual, I'm your host, Mark Pierce. What's going on today? Well, we're a week late. We should have done last week's Song of the Day today and vice versa, but we're not. We're going to get caught up. That's what we do here. We are. What are we doing? Last Wednesday, July 1st, was Canada Day, right? And we totally missed the boat on that one. We should have done this special then. I even had this in the works in my brain, but for whatever reason, it got skipped. But we're going to make up for it today. This is kind of, there's a lot going on with this Song of the Day today because it's Wednesday, and we know what happens on Wednesdays, right? On Wednesdays, we do a band you never heard of, or a song you never heard of by a band you never heard of, or a song you never heard of by a band you know, or a song you've forgotten, something different like that. And there's plenty of material for what I'm doing today. There's going to be a lot of posts under today's Song of the Day. You're just going to have a lot of homework to do. You're going to have to do some clicking today. So stick with me. So, we're skipping over all the huge Canadian bands. We're going to skip right over them because this is Wednesday, right? So, we're going back to 1996 when I got a box set that came out, and it was called Oh What a Feeling, a celebration of Canadian music, the 25th anniversary of the Juno Awards. And this was full of a lot of the bands that we know, like Rush and Alanis Morissette and Bryan Adams, all that stuff. That was all in there. But I played this CD box set, and there were all these songs that I'd never heard before that were awesome. Just bands I never heard. And they basically, I just have been loving these songs ever since. And a lot of these are from the 70s and the 80s. So I want to know if you've heard any of these songs before. We're going to get to the number one in the Song of the Day, clear cut. We'll get to that. But for these songs, a lot of these, some of these you will have heard, but some of these you won't. I want to know what you think. I want to know if you've heard them. Just do it. So, what do we got? There was a song on there by a band called Sweeney Todd, Roxy Roller. I don't know why I love this song. I do. It's just very catchy. It's definitely 70s. A band called Trooper. Never heard of them. Raise a Little Hell. Awesome song. It's a great song. Chilliwack. My Girl, Gone, Gone, Gone. You'll hear that on Yacht Rock Radio. If you tune into Yacht Rock long enough, they'll play that one. But I did not know that song. Really, I did not know that song until then. But apparently people do because it's played on satellite. Now, I am including Triumph in here, even though I think Triumph was a really big band. But I think they were only a big band if you listen to certain albums or certain kinds of music. But Triumph, as we talked about, they did actually play the US Festival. So, but their song Magic Power is on there, which is a great song. A band called Saga on the Loose. Love this song. It was heavy rotation on MTV in 1982, 83. There just weren't a lot of videos though, right? But they just I don't even know if that song charted. Maybe it did. But I love that song. How about the band The Payolas? This song, WPLR, played it all the time. Obviously, PLR, I've already talked about the big shape of my music taste. But the Paola's Eyes of a Stranger is an awesome song as well. Who remembers it? A guy called Colin James just came back, also WPLR. I thought it was someone like Ton Rudgren or something like that, but it's not. It's this guy. Kim Mitchell, also. WPLR. They might as well have been a Canadian station, right? Kim Mitchell, two songs: "Go for Soda," great song, and "Patio Lanterns." Love that song. I don't know if you know that song, but that's a great song. Also, Honeymoon Suite, New Girl Now. We were obsessed with this song in high school. John White, you're out there somewhere. We love that song. I think you'll hear that one on Hair Nation. A band called the Stampeders. Anyone know that? Sweet City Woman. This is a good song. Really good song. April Wine. I think April Wine was big with a certain crowd, but I did not listen to April Wine when I was in high school or college. But April Wine had a song, You Could Have Been a Lady. This is an awesome song. Check it out. Red Rider, Lunatic Fringe. That got radio play, so that was somewhere in the middle. But we love this song. Sean Murphy, remember? When we got this CD, it was crystal clear. The guitar intro of this song is so good, and we just turn it up, and then we realize that there's a little voice in the background in the beginning of the song where he says, "See you on the other side." Right? This awesome song. And lastly, Bruce Cockburn, If I Had a Rocket Launcher. Right? Some people feel that way from time to time. Great song. So, what are we doing for song of the day? All these songs are going to be underneath, but there's clearly one band that is head above everybody else when it comes to not being big in the United States, but being huge in Canada, and that band is the Tragically Hip. Let me know if you know the Tragically Hip. This band is just a national treasure in Canada. Between 1996 and 2016, they were the most played band, best-selling band in Canada. They even beat Rush. That's how big these guys were. They put out 13 studio albums, 2 live albums. They won 16 Juno Awards, which is the equivalent of a Grammy. They had a 33-year career. They're just huge, and they never made it big in the United States. I mean, that's just, this band is huge. Formed by guys that met in college: Gord Downie, Paul Langolis, Rob Baker, and Gord Sinclair. 2 guys named Gord. I've never met anyone named Gord, but must be a good Canadian name. They had 50 singles released, for God's sakes. All right. So, basically, they have a very long career in Canada. Lots of songs. Very popular. Gord Downie gets diagnosed with terminal brain cancer in 2015. So what do? They announce a farewell tour of Canada, which they do, and they play their last concert August 20th in 2016, and it's broadcast globally and on the internet with no commercials, and it's 30 songs plus 3 encore. 11.5 million people tune in. That's 1/3 the population of Canada. And then they retire. Gord Downie dies October 17th, 2017. They retire the band name. And that's pretty much it. So how did I hear about this? Well, there's a song on that box set that I heard for the first time, this band. And that song is New Orleans is Sinking. I love this song. It's one of my favorite songs. It's just great. It tells a story. The guitar, his voice, the part where he's got his feet in the river and his hands up on the bank. For whatever reason, I love that part. It's a great song. So that's our song of the day. You got to listen to it. They also had another song a little bit later called Grace 2, which I loved, and that will be on there too. So you're going to check that out. But they had a lot of hits in Canada. 38 Years Old, Gift Shop, Stuck in the Trunk of a Car, Twist My Arm, Nautical Disaster. I mean, there's a lot of songs out there that if you want to play around with them. I want to know, do you guys know Tragically Hip? Do you listen to them? But those are the 2 songs for me that do it for me for them. So that's where we're at. There's going to be like 12 or 13 songs underneath this post. So I just, I want to know if you guys are clicking on them. Click on them, see what you think. Listen to a song for just a minute or 2 and just tell me. I like this one. I don't like this one. That one's kind of funky. I know that one. Yeah. Just tell me what you think. It's Wednesday. That's what we do here. So, song of the day. New Orleans is Sinking. The Tragically Hip. Have a great day. And as usual, we'll see you on the flip side.